Am I to assume then that these other 11 counties aren't as smart as we are, or and maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like the reason why we're suddenly so applicable to this whole thing is because they promised us money that nobody else is getting. And if it wasn't for that end around that the governor's doing, giving selective counties money, which he's done things like this in the past, and the Supreme Court slapped her down, I don't feel good about this at all. I feel like the situation's being gamed by the governor. She signed, boilerplate or not, boilerplate's in there for a reason. You can call it boilerplate. Sometimes it sticks, sometimes it's a little gray. But she signed that law knowing it was in there. And now she's saying, well, it's not constitutional. Well, let's let the courts decide. I don't think we should be accepting any money at this point. And is the 2.1 million, is that just a piece?
Yeah, that's the essential local public health services funding, and all counties get that. So that isn't money that only Kent County was going to get. And well, the total is 2.4 million, but that includes 340,000 for vision and hearing, which we believe is actually budgeted under the school aid budget. So very likely that would not be impacted by this.
But the money we get from the state for our health department doesn't come in one fell swoop. It comes
every month.
Every month.
Yes. 1/12 each month for a year. Yes.
So are we expecting to get, even though we're not going to rescind that ban, you're expecting to get that money every month?
Yes, we are. The governor has said that she will authorize payment of the money.
And these other counties won't be getting that money?
Now, I really can't speak for what other counties are doing, but the research that we did yesterday indicated that there's 45 health departments in Michigan. Now, there's 83 counties, so obviously there's some that are over multiple counties, and that of that, 15 had mask mandates, and of those, 4 had withdrawn. And so I'm not sure where the figure of 11 have withdrawn came from. It sounded to me more like 11 kept the mandate. But in any event, we rely on our corporation counsel. We rely primarily, and that's why Linda's here, is to research the law and let us know, give us direction. But then we also have the benefit of knowing a number of other corporation councils that have represented counties. And then, so while we're not relying simply on the governor, that is another leg of the stool. And then we have the independent testimony of the law professor saying the very same thing. So that's why we believe we're on very firm ground. And, you know, unfortunately, we're in this position, not of our choosing. And as to, somebody would need to file in court. So I imagine that if somebody wanted to prevent the governor from making the allocation, they would need to file an injunction before she does it, or a lawsuit. I'm not aware at this point that any lawsuits have been filed.
Well, she did this in the dead of the night. I think the money came so fast, I mean, our heads were spinning. It's like, wow. In this law professor, I don't know, you know, everybody's got an opinion on this, and should we go out and get some second, third, fourth opinions from law professors who may see this differently? I don't know if we cherry-picked a law professor. I have no idea. I don't know anything about that person. I just don't like Al, you're new. You walked into, you know, I can't even imagine trying to sort this all out. So I'm not picking on you.
No, that's okay.
Not
I understand
it. I just feel like this whole process is dirty. And we do have a governor right now that has been caught out over her skis. She's not the judicial branch. She's an executive, and she's making decisions that should be made in court. We'll see. I can't imagine the Supreme Court, when it goes to that point, will be real too patient with her, considering what she did last time when she was found to be way out over her skis and told, cut it off. And then she said, well, give me another 21 days of this executive order BS, which she can't do some of the stuff. I have no faith that what she's doing right now is legal. I think we certainly can't decide. It's got to be decided in the court. Our corporate counsel can't make that decision because, I mean, she could give her recommendations, just like anybody can. But I just don't feel right about this, picking winners and losers.
One more time, Commissioner Antor.
Okay. Yeah, we're giving all this credit to all these wonderful organizations. Everything's just above board. Everybody's doing a great job. We go to the CDC for the recommendations. The health department, what are they doing to keep us healthy? Well, let's actually go to history, okay? What has the CDC and our health department said since day one? We need to put masks on everybody, vaccinate. Oh my gosh, we got to vaccinate. We got to do other stuff. We got to definitely social distance. Stay the heck away from people, and do not, under any circumstances, go near old people, especially old people with underlying issues. So our CDC, State Health Department, apparently our local health department, they decided it's a good idea to put sick COVID patients into nursing homes, which goes against every tenet of just common sense. We did just the opposite of what they recommend ad nauseum. Just the opposite. 3 states did it. 4, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and New York. What happened? Thousands and thousands and thousands of deaths that were unnecessary. Why? Because we followed our health department. What did our health department director do? He says he has a bad move. What did he do to stop that from happening? What did he do here in Kent County saying, I'm not going to be a part of that? Common sense 101, you don't put sick people with COVID into nursing homes. My sister worked at a place that was 100% no problems, 0. They were masking up, they were doing everything they're supposed to do, not letting people in, not letting people out. They were forced to take 2 COVID patients, and a couple weeks later they started to have, everybody started getting, they lost 8 people. That's just locally. Why? Because they were forced to take COVID patients, and yet we're taking the CDC and their leadership seriously after that? We're taking the health department seriously after that? Are you kidding me? Look at all the other stuff that's come out of this. Look at all these emails that have been going back and forth with our health department and KISD. Who's going to follow up on that? Wood TV? Fox? Channel 13? None of them. Why? Because they're all in it. They want to advance the narrative. Look at the stuff that's taken place under our purview, and nobody's saying boo because we're afraid to. We get a health department director saying he's getting threats on his life and his kids and his whole family. And now we're getting calls from across the country saying, shame on you for trying to take masks off kids when your health department director is getting threats. All I wanted to know is, where are these threats coming from? I think we should demand, did these threats actually happen? I got threats. I turned them over to Kent County Sheriff's Department, as any reasonable person would do, especially when dealing with kids. So are we going to sit here and just give everybody a pass? Are we going to question our health department director for allowing sick people into frickin' nursing homes? Are you kidding me? That doesn't work in anybody's world. It's ridiculous. When are we going to finally call out the obvious? There's a 1,000-pound gorilla in this room, and we're nitpicking little things because of whatever. Yeah, we're getting dirty money. Absolutely. Why? These other counties, they're not as smart as us, the ones that are rescinding their bans. Why did she get us the money overnight that quickly? Well, I think she didn't want anybody to challenge her because she's probably going to find out in court that what she's doing is illegal. So I guess we should take a wait and see, but to sit back and do nothing is not acceptable. To trust this governor? Are you kidding me?
Commissioner Antor.
No, I'm sorry. This is my moment. I'm just saying, I am so sick of this BS and everybody covering for our governor to bring up our past governor, the stuff in Flint. Jeez, give me a
Motion to adjourn, Madam Chair.
Oh, jeez, get off yourself.
Hang on. Any other miscellaneous?
You should adjourn here.
Do we have any other miscellaneous? All right, from here, we will adjourn and we will go to our work session on the budget.